Hey, it's Wayne Purnell, and tonight we're going to talk about language. The language you use with yourself, with your team, with your family, and back to yourself. The language you're using will either help you or will crush you. So take a look. The language you're using will either help you through 2018 or will actually cause you to crash. Here's an example. Okay, I've got a friend, and I'm looking over here on my pages because I just actually wanted to quote her without making her feel bad. And her intentions are exceptional, right? She's really, really wanting to make some things happen for herself. And so she posts that she has these intentions for 2018. She wants to be a healthier, happier version of herself. That's awesome, right? What does that mean? Right? What does that mean? So the words that you use will either make you crash or they will carry you. Now, my friend she's an amazing woman, and she has the best of intentions. And this is what she says, right? She wants to get fit. Cool. Move more is what she says. That's awesome. So from here to here, I have moved more. Now I've moved again. So the idea is that that more is really not quantifiable, right? So if I'm stationary and then I move and then I move again, I have moved more than I did before. So really it's move more, move, right? You want to get fit, then set a timer to move every 20 minutes or every hour, get up and stretch, or every hour get up and get yourself a glass of water. And that way I guarantee you that if you're if you're drinking a glass of water an hour, I guarantee you will move more. So really the concept of more is not quantifiable, right? Move more. There, right? No. What we want to say is I will set a timer and I will move every hour. I will stretch. I will do downward dog for 20 seconds. I will, right? So, and for those of us that are on computers almost all day, it is really, really, really important that we set timers to get up, right? Rock the shoulders back, stretch forward. And I'm not the person to teach you how to stretch. I'm good at it, but I'm not the person to teach you how to stretch. Who's on with me? All right. Hey, Danielle, welcome. Welcome. So I have a few friends watching. I have a few people showing up. This is good. So the idea of languaging will help you carry your 2018 goals, or languaging will make you basically hit a wall, and then you won't know why, right? So I'm going to read my friend's good intention list, and we'll walk through it, right? Be a healthier, happier version of myself. How do you measure that? How do you measure that? What makes you healthier? What makes you happier? And it's funny, but you can actually measure happiness in I will smile deliberately every hour. Set a timer for that too. The same way that you're going to set a timer for your water, set a timer for your smiling. Find yourself deliberately smiling when in traffic. This is a trick, right? So for me, I am busy working and I get intense, and people have actually told me, the wonders of live, Facebook Live. We're going to let that ring. It'll go 4 times. Anyway, I get intense. And then what happens is, when I turn on camera, I realize that I love this so much that it's like talking to friends. And so I just like, I get really excited. I get really happy. And my smile comes naturally. That's because I practiced, not smiling for a camera. Oh, camera's on. But I practiced smiling so that when I'm talking with friends, I actually smile naturally. Can that be a measure of happiness? You bet. So I can look back during the day and go, did I smile a lot today? Who else is on with me? All right, so Tony's joined us as well. That's awesome. Welcome. So let me read through this, right? So we said, get fit and move more. Well, what's more, right? So we want to measure it. Every hour, you're going to set a timer. You're going to get up. You're going to stretch. You're going to move on purpose. And so the goal is not, I wish to move more. The goal is, I set a timer to move deliberately. Every hour I move. Every hour I stretch. And I do. I have, I was looking for my phone, but I'm broadcasting to it. I was going to show you that every hour I have timers set in my phone that remind me, right? And it's like, do this on a certain hour, do this on a certain hour. And again, I will tell you, you'll be moving more if you're drinking a glass of water every hour. Guess where you're going? So that's like forced physical activity, is getting up and going. All right, so do that. What else? Let's see. To stay on track with food and create balance. That's awesome. It's a great goal. But guess what? You can't measure it. You can't. You just can't. So what you're going to do is you're going to go, cool, to track my food journal, to measure every meal, to pre-plan my meals. At the end of the day, you can sit back and go, did I pre-plan my meals? All but lunch, darn it. Or that snack thing came in, darn it. And then at the end of the day, you go, cool, so if I didn't pre-plan all my meals, what about tomorrow? What about the next day? What about the next day, right? So you're going to look backwards and measure, and you're going to look forwards and go, can I pre-plan it? Did I stay on track with what I planned? So it's not to stay on track is not the goal. It's to plan and stay on track. And that's really important, to be able to have that as a checklist. What else do you have going on? All right, I love this. I love this. And this is, so many people get caught here. And it's to do more self-care. And it's like, I want to do more self-care. What does that mean, right? For some people, it's going for a walk. For some people, it's shutting your eyes for 20 seconds once every 4 hours. For some people, it's scheduling a massage once a quarter. For some people, it's scheduling a massage once a week. So, you know, what is self-care? To do more self-care, meditation and reading. And so what does that mean, right? You will know whether you've done it by doing one meditation routine per day. Or within the first hour of waking up, I have turned on my meditation music. Or I have turned on my meditation music and I have grabbed my journal. Or I have, right? There's all these things that are possible, right? So really you're going to want to pay attention to that. What is it that you're tracking? So meditation, once a day, twice a day. I know some people that do it in the morning and in the evening. That's great. Track it. Schedule it. Oh, by the way, schedule it. And then you can track it, right? So if you wake up at 5 or 5:30, if you wake up at 6, I don't know what time you're getting up. Some people get up really early, like 4:30 or 5, just so they can meditate. To me, that seems like you're cutting into your sleep a little, just so that you can get some relaxation and clear mental thought. I would rather see you sleeping 8 hours and then scheduling meditation sometime right around mid-afternoon, where after working you're going, okay, let me get in it, right? So I want to see you scheduling maybe meditation in the morning. Maybe, you know, I always pull my journal just for show and tell. Do some journaling in the morning. Sit quietly with your journal. That's great. Get up within the first hour. Do not grab your phone within the first 10 minutes of getting up. Because then what happens is your brain activity totally shifts, and it shifts to the wrong stuff. You're being pulled by other people and their messages and their needs when you grab your phone within the first 10 minutes. So the first thing you're going to do, wake up with gratitude. Hey, it's a new day. So glad I get to serve so many people in this way, right? That's today. That's what I do every day, by the way, even when I'm groggy. Even when I'm like, oh my gosh, what day is it, right? And it's like, you know what? I'm awake. And I'm grateful that I'm awake. I'm grateful that I get to serve. I'm grateful that I know my words will help somebody. That's my calling. So I know that they will help somebody. I never know who, and I never know how, but I know they will. And funny enough, the people that I need to serve seem to show up for me. So that's great. So spend some time with yourself, right? That's the piece. Find your time for journaling. Do not get sucked into your phone, okay? What else was out here? Let's see, reading. We all have a stack of books, right? We all have the someday books. And some of us, me, and maybe you, have an Amazon problem. Where it's like, oh, this looks like a good book, I should just get it. And then you've got a stack of books that you will get to. So the way to get to it, again, is to schedule it. And schedule it in a way that is real for you. Like if you say, okay, I'm going to read 20 minutes every night, it may or may not be real, right? What may be real is to start, if you're not a reader yet and you're saying, I want to read more, just say, okay, Wednesday night is my night to read. Or Wednesday day, because, there's this great blog that comes out called Wednesdays with Wayne. And if you're not on it, go to, can you see that? Go to dynamicleader.com and sign up. Your first name and your email. You'll get Wednesdays with Wayne. It's about a page and a half. It's not even that much to read. But what a great way to start your day, right? Is with something like that. So reading is something you can schedule. Meditation is something you can schedule. Self-care, like other kinds of self-care, massage, nails, spa day, haircut. So when we talk about self-care, and I work with women around this, one of the questions is, do you schedule your hair to be done? And most women are like, I wouldn't touch that appointment. Really? So what about the rest of your life, right? If that one's so vital to you, what about the rest of your life? What is happening that you don't schedule a massage? What is happening that you haven't scheduled time for yourself to read, right? So if you don't have it, this is my first book. It came out about 4 years ago, and it is still getting some international acclaim. In fact, I just heard that there's a new press release coming out for it, and we're going to be doing another push on it. So kind of excited about that. Choosing your power. Get it, because, and you can go to, here we go, waynepurnell.com/books, and you'll see a list of my books. waynepurnell.com/books. Okay, so Choosing Your Power is a really good book because, among other things, it talks about relationships, and I have a watchword list of 10 watchwords to eliminate. And that will really, those two things, just reading those 2 chapters will change your life. So one last thing that my friend talks about, she says, I'm going to do less TV and internet. How do you think she's going to do that? Less TV. I'm going to cut out one commercial. I'm going to close my eyes when the commercials come out. That's not, I mean, you could say that's less TV. But that is not what the intention is, right? So the intention is, I am now upset with myself for watching 6 hours of TV a day. I'm going to cut it back to 4 hours. Or it's like, what number is your number? You know, I rarely watch TV. I will watch sometimes as I wind down for bed, but not normally. Sometimes on weekends I'll watch cooking shows. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot that grabs me, and so the whole TV thing has changed for me. I used to be a big TV kind of fiend, years and years, decades ago, actually. Now, personally, I find that my biggest distraction is Facebook, and I also find it's my biggest tool. So I'm glad you're here with me, and I'm going to say that after this broadcast is done, shut it down for a little bit. Be deliberate about it, right? Be deliberate about it. I'm so glad you're here with me. And spend time on purpose, right? So that's really it. Let me run through her list again. I think it's really good. The words she used, you can hear them. It's all about great intention. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Carla. So it's all about great intention. She has this wonderful intention for herself, and I should say, because that's one of my watchwords is but, and she's setting she's setting herself up for a crash. And these are the words she uses with all good intention. She says, and I'm reading, she says she wants to be a healthier, happier version of herself. It's not measurable, right? So what does it mean? What does it feel like? I want to know that I've smiled at least 4 times every hour. That's a measurable thing. From there, I will recognize that I've become happier, right? Hey. And Carla says, intention is everything, which is true. And we're laying... There we are. We're back. Okay, so you know, get fit and move more. We've got to define what the baseline is so that we know what more is. And we want to set hourly goals, daily goals, weekly goals, right? So the intention is really good. I want to get fit. How will you know if you've gotten there? Stay on track with food and create balance. Awesome. Awesome. And how will you know if you've done it? Set your goals for the day. Set your meal plan for tomorrow. Plan ahead. That way, by the time you get there, it's a checklist. And then do more self-care. And we talked about that. More is what? Move more, read more, meditate. It's like, how do you know, like, if you say more is just a breath. More is, you know, it could be anything. It could be, wow, I'm not clenching my fist. It's like, okay, I'm deliberately relaxing. I've set a timer to give myself breathing, right? I've set a timer to stand up and stretch. And I just think that's so important, right? We're tied to the clock in so many... So, wow, that was weird. I had a call come in, so it froze the video for a second. All right, and then the idea of less TV and less internet, right? So, how do you know what more is? How do you know what less is? And it's based on your baseline now and your target goals for which you can plan. So more of, less of, that's great. Now target specifically, and at night you can sit back and go, yep, I did that, I did that, I did that. And then look at yesterday. Did you do more of it than you did yesterday? Are you feeling happier than you were yesterday? Did you do less of it than you did yesterday? Right? So each day you're getting better and better and better. And that's where we're headed. All right?